Bonjour tout le monde, welcome back to We in France. We're gonna head out and run some errands, one of which is to get my pass sanitaire. It's something the government has instituted as of July 21st here in France that basically shows you don't have COVID and that you can go to places like a movie theater, a concert, a sporting event, a place where there are more than 50 people, and that you're safe and you're not gonna spread the virus. So normally it's done via an app, super simple. You scan your vaccine QR code, except I received my second COVID vaccine dose in the US, so it's not so simple. So I'll tell you more once we get going, but let's head up to the pharmacy and see if I can get this squared away for myself. All right. Alright, so first I'm going to link down below in the description all the most up-to-date info. What I'm telling you here is current for today. It's July 24th, but this situation is new, it's still evolving, so for the most up-to-date info, please check below. But we're just heading up to the pharmacy. Something I've heard around the web and, what people have said based on media reports is like, the French government is forcing people to get vaccinated. And there's actually a nuance there. The French government is not forcing you to get vaccinated unless you're a healthcare worker. That's different. But if you're just an everyday person, they're not forcing you to get vaccinated. What they're saying is if you want to be part of society and go to places with more than 50 people in a social setting, you need this pass sanitaire. So you can live in your house alone, out in the wilderness. You don't have to get vaccinated, but if you want to go to a sporting event, a concert, a festival, and then in August, that's going to be ramped up to, I believe, trains, restaurants, cafes, that sort of thing. You need to have this pass sanitaire. So as a guest in France, as someone who lives here permanently, regardless of your opinion on if that's the right thing to do or not, as someone who lives here, that is the right thing to do. I need to get my pass sanitaire, so I'm going to go ahead in and try to work that out. And also, I know people get very heated over vaccines and all of that. I'm just trying to show you what's currently going on in France, so please keep any attacks or crazy conspiracy theories to yourself. That's not going to be tolerated in the comments if you come at me or you attack someone else. It's just not kind, so just a quick reminder there. But let's head inside. Bonjour madame. All right, well, that went about as well as expected. Not what I was hoping for, but I'll tell you more. Let's head out to the bakery. That makes everything better. All right, everyone, so I'm at the bakery. It's starting to rain, but hopefully you can hear me okay. Basically, at the pharmacy, they wouldn't let me record anything, so I'll just give you the recap. The conversation went like this. Hello, I'm trying to get my pass sanitaire, so I'm hoping you can help me validate my second vaccine dose done abroad, please. The pharmacist says, no, I'm sorry, we don't have the right to do that. It's just not possible now. They're counterfeit papers, and we just can't do it in our system. It's nothing against you. It's just a limitation right now. I said, okay, but official sources say pharmacists can convert vaccines done abroad, and they insist that they're sorry and that they cannot. And of course, this was all in French, but unfortunately, that's where we left it, and that's it. Well, at least the flowers are nice. Add a little brightness to a dreary day. That's not going too well so far, but hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, hopefully that changes as the situation evolves, as they have some new rules. And they figure out ways to deal with people who were not vaccinated in France. But yeah, I think it's time to get some stuff from the bakery to smooth this all over. So let's head inside. if you spend any time in France, you might notice that sometimes when you're trying to get something done, the answer changes depending on who you're speaking to. So if you don't succeed at first, try again, speak to someone else, go to a different branch, a different location, try again the next day, because you really never know if you're going to get the same answer from the next person, and it's just something you kind of get used to and roll with. Okay, so I'm outside the movie theater, and as we could see, there's a sign on the door that basically confirms from July 21st, we need to show a pass sanitaire. So we're gonna go to another pharmacy, see if I get the same answer, if they're able to help me out. Please. Almost lost you there. Another issue that we have is because not everyone who wants to be vaccinated has been able to get vaccinated. To get their pass sanitaire, people need to get a negative COVID test. So in the pharmacies, there are huge lines for people with the paper waiting for their COVID test because they're not able to get vaccinated yet. Whereas in the US, it seems like you could get an appointment pretty much anywhere. Here in France, there are still a lot of people waiting on their second dose, and to get the pass sanitaire via vaccination, you need to be fully vaccinated. So it's created a lot of lines for COVID tests. All right, so unfortunately, same situation at the second pharmacy, which I feel is pretty much the situation that's going to be at 99% of the pharmacies, because they literally explained that right now the government has not really come up with a procedure for validating vaccinations that were done abroad. Despite what we read online and what articles there are, I literally went to 2 pharmacies and neither one could take care of this. So I think what that means is, for the time being, until the government figures out how to validate vaccinations done abroad, either for foreign people or French people who live abroad, we just have to kind of wait and see as the situation develops. All right, well, nothing too exciting here since I wasn't able to get my pass, but that's real life. That's what transpired today, so we'll see what happens in the coming days, in the coming weeks. But for now, take a look at the official sources. Hope you're all doing well, and see you back here on We in France soon. Salut! All right, I just realized upon watching my video back here on the edit that I forgot one important thing. So for the pass sanitaire, it's not just for people who are fully vaccinated. You can also get it by showing proof of a negative COVID test done within the past 48 hours. So that was that line at the pharmacy where people were waiting. They were waiting to get their health pass via a negative COVID test. So there's that. And then there's also, if you've had COVID, proof that you've recovered. So it's not just for fully vaccinated people at this time. The issue with me is because my dose isn't a simple QR code like all the French doses, that it's just not easy to convert. So despite what I've seen online and what other people have said in Paris and big cities, you can't just go into any pharmacy currently and get your abroad doses converted for a health pass. So for now, that's the situation. We're living in kind of a weird Twilight Zone kind of time, but I have the utmost confidence that the French government will figure out a way how to deal with the thousands of us who were vaccinated, at least partially abroad and partially in France. So in the coming days and weeks, if you want to get an update to this story, hopefully sooner rather than later, follow me on Instagram, We in France. I'm going to keep this conversation going in the stories. And yeah, let me know how you're doing this weekend, what's going on. And I wish you a bon weekend. Salut! Thank you.